Ai, nossa, Bastiano. sure that you could notice maybe that there's like something going on, like yeah, an upset or like a, and there's something in me that thinks it has to make a decision. Or yeah, and I when I said with you, I just try to, because it's of course like this spinning, um, because there's sensation. So I just try to be, just out of that and just sit with you in the with the sensations. And that did, uh, yeah, help also because I think also I felt anger, and then I came to feeling sad and or I had to cry. But still there's, I think it's some sort of belief that I have to make some kind of standpoint or decision. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can if you have any idea what's going on, or yeah, what it is.
As we were resting, it felt there were moments when it got quiet. Where in that quietness, there's no need to do anything. Seems that then what needs to happen just happens without a lot of thought or planning. It just this feeling that I need to make a decision is identification, yeah? There's a sense of doership, a sense of me. Nothing wrong with it, nothing right with it, but for sure it's not pleasant. It's troubled.
And yet like sometimes, because then also you cannot hold on to something too long or too short because there's nobody doing it. But still, sometimes,
And exactly
yeah,
when it's simply quiet, there's no holding on to anything.
no.
So the holding on is already, you could say, revealing like a old pattern, old idea that in some ways has become more valuable than being at peace.
But um, oh, you're frozen. Let me see. I hear it there again. Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
So we're here now. This moment is all we have. And then our attention loves to run here and there, to the future, to the past. And in that, there's no peace. And it's the same for everybody. It's not wrong, it's not bad, but it's for sure it's not peace. So we find ourselves with, say, old ideas of what will make us happy. And those ideas we actually, we all suffer for. And I'm not asking you to believe anything. I'm just inviting you to see if that's actually true. Those ideas come, and then, like everything, the whole intelligence is trying to get life to be the way we think it should be or could be so that we're happy. But in that whole dance, in that whole movement, it's painful.
Yeah,
And
and
then it
I
looks
don't
like
even,
all I need to do is make, then it looks like all I have to do is make the right decision or something. And but it's
yeah, and
still
but
within.
then it gets so confused that I don't know anything. Like I don't know if I'm holding on to something, and then exactly it has to think like, oh, am I holding on to something? Should I let go of something? Or yeah, and actually I don't have to do anything. Uh, yeah, and
All
that
of that
feels
is the same.
very, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
because it
yeah.
feels, yeah, it feel that now I can feel it. It feels that if I don't do anything, yeah, something bad will happen.
Yeah. So really, it's you see the movement of thoughts, and we all know them. I mean, it's so, I would say, so almost in everybody's experience. And then this interest in being comes. And now we have this interest in being, just being here, simple, best. And then these movements of, but I want to be happy, but I want to have a relationship, I want to have a good relationship, but I want to, all these, whatever it comes up. That's a very common one.
Yeah, and also like also then knowing like when I have to leave the relationship or when I have when it's the
Yeah,
relate,
that's
you
all
know
part
that
of
that
that.
is
It's all
yeah,
that's all
that's
part
what's
of the
playing
same
it like
movie.
with this relationship thing. Obviously, I have that mechanism the whole time, like oh, yeah, like that I have to I yeah yeah, the analyzing, and of course that comes from um being afraid,
Not, feel, not feeling at ease. Yeah,
not feeling.
not feeling at peace, not feeling at ease.
No, and I wonder, like, there's still something that wants to know, like, when do you know when you have to let go? But yeah, again, that's the same thing, right? It's just, it's,
Just this moment, Ava, just this moment right
yeah,
now. That is it. That's what we
yeah,
have. Yeah. So in this, either we're busy with entertaining our thoughts, our mind,
yeah.
or we interested in just rest, not getting anywhere, not becoming anything, not doing anything really. Just
Because it comes from this idea of having to determine if someone is treating you well or someone is just, uh, like I have this feeling sometimes that I'm not seeing clearly that the other person maybe is not interested and that I'm holding on and that it's just stupid and like um yeah,
yeah. So the, what you're describing actually are thoughts.
yeah, yeah, are they thoughts
Underneath
or are
those,
they then
and then
Yeah,
Of course they thought so. And underneath it, there's just a feeling of not being at ease and wanting to find a way to be at ease. But in a way that can never work.
it's like trying to analyze a certain
Hmm.
behavior, and then yeah, trying to protect myself against hurt. That's it also.
And all of that trying to protect, all of that are just movements, thoughts, you could say, feelings, playing, and there's awareness of it. So the more, it's like, the more involvement there is in that cycle of thinking and feeling, then you don't come out. But one moment, just keeping quiet, and in that moment, there's no problem.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
just
if the next thought comes and you run with it, then you're back in the mess.
yeah, never in that loop.
That,
There is
that
anything.
that's never ending. Trying to do it right, trying to be good, trying to be a decent person. I mean, it's just endless effort and endless struggle, basically.
Yeah,
And
and
the
actually, I
simplicity
really
of
have
just,
no clue. That's the like in the end, you really have no clue. Like I have no idea, which is good also because then at least you know that it's yeah, it's rubbish.
keep quiet for a moment.
Yeah, I yeah. Oh, it's frozen.
When
What
it's
I heard.
quiet, is there any problem?
No,
Okay.
no. I feel. Is it working for you? Now I see you again.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I'm just
No, I feel. I can feel it. I can feel this. But yeah, I yeah, I can feel it. And it's also I can yeah, I feel like it's such a relief. Thank you. And
it's
when this
okay to
comes
be
up,
quiet. It's okay to be quiet and to not know anything and
yeah,
just to watch, in the sense how it functions. So, you know, a thought comes up, oh, I'm not sure if this is good for me or whatever. And you can go, if you go with that thought, even just a little bit, immediately there's no peace. Immediately there's trouble. And the more you follow it, the more urgent it seems, and the more work, it's just like,
Yeah, because
when you
sometimes
see
it's
that,
not even
it's best just to keep.
like if this thought thing creates the upset, or if there was an upset first, which create it doesn't actually really matter. But it, it's just it don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, that's
Doesn't really matter. It just shows where there's some idea of something that's more important than peace.
yeah. Yeah, I can see it now. Like it's
Thanks, Ed.
thank you.
Yeah. And just again, let's go to gallery view for a moment and just check that anyone get any value out of that. Maybe someone got value out of it, maybe nobody. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Vedanta. Hi.
Hi, Isaac. Just a moment. Just, it's so beautiful in the background. It's very quiet and peaceful, and the body does what he does. It's sometimes not so easy, but it's so beautiful to feel always this silence. But right now, something wanted just to sit a moment present with you. Yeah. there's so much gratefulness. Thank you.
Sundari. Did I say your name correct?
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Silence is so bad.
Need to speak, and you're welcome to if you want to. It's beautiful to sit quietly together.
Um, Nothing coming up right now.
It's beautiful. We don't have to invent anything to speak. It's just beautiful to rest together in love with this vastness, this beauty, this.
It seems sometimes it just comes, and then sometimes there are thoughts. It's yeah.
And then, it's just like there's the recognizing, you could say, that running after thoughts doesn't bring anything other than difficulty. So you keep getting more interested in this vastness. Eventually it becomes just the predominant interest, you could say. And so it takes care of itself.
But there's been a lot of anxiety before, and a lot of things happening in my life that was, I don't know, so much turmoil, and now it's more quiet.
Yeah. You know, if we live in a field of energy, you could say, or all these expressions of life that we call people, most are very disturbed in their orientation. And so, of course, we feel it. There's so much going on, you know, like this Ukraine, Palestine, I mean, endless, the who, the story after corruption and greed and all the, you know, and in that there's just this little interest in keeping quiet, not engaging, not, because that worry that brings nothing. It's and if we, you know, it's like we usually you could say the way we've been conditioned is to go with the worry, or to think that I'm worried, that there's something wrong with me, that that experience is happening. But we don't need to. We can just simply keep quiet.
And people can put a lot of blame on you. I mean, they think it's very,
Of course, all of that can happen, you know, all of that will happen. It's not, but that's not our business, you know, it's just like, that's, yeah.
yeah. But the worry I have, does it affect my, I mean, if I'm so silent, does it affect my daughter in a way that
You know, that's the thing. It's like, you know, generations of worrying.
Yeah.
So we certainly we've been conditioned in that direction.
Yeah.
And it's considered normal, but normal isn't natural. Normal just comes from what most people are doing. That's what's normal. You know, that's the norm, so to speak. And then within that, there comes an interest in being not only being at peace, but being peace itself, recognizing that you are that vastness in which everything appears, including worry, and not going with the worry, not entertaining it for a moment, not giving it any energy. It's not interesting. We know where it goes. You touch it and chemicals get released in your body and your whole system gets shaky. And it's how many times do we have to touch it to realize it's poison?
Yeah, because when you're in this vastness, there's no, it's like the energy is so subtle, and it's so nice to be. There's no, like, feels like the energy is in the body, out of the body, I don't know, in the head, it's everywhere.
And to have the good fortune of knowing that even for one moment is incredibly fortunate. And then to fall in love with that.
Yeah.
And to live like that, as that. Then everywhere you walk, you bring that.
Yeah, because I see it also affects people when you're very conscious. I mean, you don't even have to say anything. You just be there.
Yeah.
And just be with whatever they're saying.
Is that a Danish accent?
It's a Danish accent, yes.
Okay. Goddag.
Today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cindy. Govinda, and then afterwards Christine. So Govinda now.
Hello, Isaac.
Govinda.
Just want to say hello, connect a little. I feel very agitated, hyperarousal in a way.
Well, welcome. Yeah, but just notice it, just feel it. It's, I mean, it's noticed, of course it's noticed. But usually usually we run with it. Somehow our attention gets busy with it. And in my view, the best is to bring attention back to awareness, just back to who am I? That which is aware. Leave the arousal, leave it, none of it. It'll pass. Try and fix it or change it, then we're in. We're in it, you know. But just to, okay, notice the system is surrounds, no problem. I'm only interested in that which is aware. That's it. Leave it.
Helps to hear that from you. I feel tension in the eyes.
Yeah, just noticing tension, no problem. With aware.
It somehow blurs the sight and interferes the connection apparently.
Lovely to rest.
I can't rest so easy at the moment.
Well, find what's already resting, not you, not
Yeah.
the movement, but you
Yeah.
find what's already resting.
Feels like a struggle here.
It's okay. Then, let that struggle happen, but you just keep, once you're interested in something, once there's awareness there. That awareness is infinite. It's everywhere. It doesn't have a beginning or end. The whole universe, everything's appearing in. You just stay with that interest, that knowing. It's not even an experience, it's just a recognition of, okay, look, this whole universe is appearing in that time, space, matter, energy, everything is appearing in. And we can't deny that, yeah?
Not sure about that. Can neither deny nor um,
Well, if we make it
prove.
simple, if we make it simple, right now, you know that you are, right?
Something
You
is.
exist. Yeah, something is, yeah. And then what we call the world, what we call time, what we call space, we sense that. We know that through the senses. It's the same, yeah, for everyone. It's no different for anyone. So what that means is that this moment is a field of information. And the senses, our senses can pick up some of that information. And from that, we conclude that there's a world, there's time, there's space. All appearing in something we cannot say what it is. That's already here. We don't have to do anything for it. The basis is it's where all experience appears. Agitation, anything has to appear in the wind. This can appear nowhere else. The sense of me also appears in that awareness. And somehow we think it's the body that experiences, but a dead body is there, it doesn't experience anything. So this can't be the body. Any naming, labeling of experience. You say it's the mind, it's thoughts. I like, I don't like, all of that.
Thought universe. Thought matrix, maybe.
Christina.
Hi.
Hi, Christina.
Just want to practice sitting and feeling this.
Sorry, I didn't hear. Say again.
I just want to practice sitting and feeling this, the pan that came up last time. I didn't realize how much identification was around feeling like I needed to speak.
You know, it's so useful and interesting to see that the sense of I, it disappears every night when we go to deep sleep. It's gone. If we just really simple and we hear, we just hear. There's awareness of sensation. There's awareness of thoughts coming through.
I think it confused me because there's not much like of a strong sensation. It just feels like there's an impulse.
Yeah, so that confusion, what you call confusion, is thinking. If there's no thought, there's no confusion. So the most simple is just saying, okay, thinking, confusion is arriving. It's like who's aware of it. If you try and figure out, think your way out of confusion, that's confused. Leave it. Rest. Keep quiet. It's okay that it can be nothing special. Just quiet. Just be quiet. Not running after another experience, not running after anything. Just be. Nothing on top, no spiritual concepts, no getting anywhere. It's just a simple fact of
Yeah, the spiritual concepts get in the way.
can feel the habit or continuously want to measure and know what's going on, and you know, that's just a habit basically. And you can't know, you don't know.
Mm.
It's okay to just rest, keep quiet. You don't have to know anything, and we don't know. We spend years working on ourselves and trying to get somewhere, and then we're not here. It's so simple, huh?
Yeah. It is a fault on my mind.
Hi, Isaac.
Repeat.
A wonderful meeting again. So beautiful. Such a love. Such a clarity. Such richness.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Jim.
Hi, Isaac.
Hey, Kenneth. How would you describe? Just for fun, if it's possible.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to describe it. It's just there's thoughts kind of coming in, and it's like trying to go down that, and then it's like it settles, and then another thought comes and it settles, and there's a
Not
trying
much in,
to
not much interest in, not much interest in running after any thought. That feels to me, it just feels like it's much more interesting just to be.
yeah. I think this is trying to be.
Deeper than that trying to be.
Sorry?
What's deeper than that trying to be?
Deeper, did you
Yeah.
say?
Yes. Good answer.
Sorry?
Good answer.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thanks. Done.
Yeah, Isaac, something is left a little bit from when we were sitting, and it's maybe not important. The sitting and being present, there was a lot of intense sensations, and then the crying and saying there's so much gratefulness. It feels a bit like, was it an emotion the system was moving with, because it felt so abrupt suddenly, it felt like an interaction actually. And maybe it's just but it's asking for a more understanding actually. Feels, yeah. Thank you.
James. Are you still muted, James? At the bottom left corner is a little red button. If you press that, then you'll unmute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning. Yeah. Just content to be with you and just sit. Yeah. Thanks.
Anything you'd like to say, James?
Just grateful for, yeah, deeply touched.
Thanks.
Yeah, deeply touched. And yeah. Yeah. You get to a point where you see trying to figure things out won't do any good. Yeah. And yeah. I haven't laughed for a few days. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't yeah. Thanks. I just want to say thanks again. Thanks again, Isaac. And just yeah. I don't know what more to say. Just be. Amen. Thank you. Oh.
Make them. Thanks, Michael. Good. And then your trip. Awesome.
Hi, Isaac.
Sylvie.
Isaac. Would love to rest with you a little. I have my C-section within a few hours.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. How does my system feel to you?
It's quiet and excited.
Normal.
Mm. Wishing you an easy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you.
Bertrand. It's like, oh, I don't hear you. I don't know why.
Ah, okay. Like this?
No,
It's better?
no, I do. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
better.
Beautiful to rest and with all of these beautiful beings, or however you will explain, describe it. What's interesting for me is this change between like activity, being in activity and being like moving, and also following the mind's like game expression, which doesn't have to be a drama or something like that necessarily. It's also like an entertainment in a way. And yeah, but it's so funny. Like it's almost a bit like an excuse to sit in the meeting here and be and look and hear and just be in a way, and then I can watch the mind thinking about what to do next. What's on the agenda, and yeah. It's so funny. Why don't I mean, I could sit here for hours with no problem and could enjoy, and I usually don't do it. I mean, it's not that I don't enjoy, but why does all this, movement
come from? Yeah.
I can see it's not necessary, yeah. And it just happens. Something occurs like doing without doing, or just staying in this and just waiting for whatever wants to happen without really engaging. Well, usually that's not the case, that there's some pull or drive or whatever. Just to share.
Good morning.
Hi.
I had quite a trip today behind my desk. Because I feel the difference now between the interest in resting, and the interest in trauma, actually. Because when my system is not meeting perfectly with an object in the outside world, then this fixation comes up, and an endless searching actually for an answer by the question what's going on. And I'm working in this field, and all the time there's a different method you can use in an endless search of arriving in, well, in confusion actually. But on the other hand, now I discovered this area of interest in peace. But when my focus of attention is in this area, then I'm still waiting for something which will happen. But I realize now that this area of interest and kind of is touched by the peace which is already here, if I say it correctly. But in that difference between these two there is a difference between these qualities of interest, and by getting aware of these two areas, I feel a kind of devotion actually. So much joy in this area. I don't. Ah,
Thank you, Eva, for hosting. Thank you, beloveds, for being here.